All right, everybody, man, this is Anthony Grigsby, World Events Insurance, worldeventsga.com, here with my man Rodney Jones with WFG Financial. And we're going to talk to Rodney today about what's important about, family planning, financial planning, get a little bit of background about Rodney, and see where he is, man. Rodney, I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you coming out here, man, and meeting me today, taking out the time. I know you're busy. I know your schedule's busy. You and I go way back.
Yes.
We're not only friends, we're colleagues. We're both out here trying to do our thing.
Yes.
Tell me about what you have going on in your business. What do you do?
Right now, I'm really deeply into financial education. It's about really educating the community about things that they probably just never knew about. And it's so important to know some of the basics about saving, kids' college and retirement. All these types of things is so important in our community.
Well, that's cool. Now, before you got into this, tell us about Rodney Jones. All right, the brother, the man.
Yeah.
Talk to me, man.
Well, grew up here in Stockton. Was born in Louisiana. Been out here ever since I was 2 years old, and as we know, we went to high school together.
Right.
Was heavily loved sports, loved to be athletic. Just always just trying to find my way, really.
Mm-hmm.
And always had a passion for boxing. Always had a passion for business. And right out of high school, didn't know what I really wanted to do. Went to Delta, trying to find out if there was something there, and kind of fell into boxing. And the rest is history.
Well, Rodney, you being a little bit modest, and that's okay, man. Modesty is good for brothers. Rodney was actually a professional boxer, if you guys didn't know, out there in Stockton. So, he's being modest. So he didn't just fall into boxing and liked it. He was out there contending as a boxer, man. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, when I got into boxing, it was something that I had a passion for, and if I was to do something like that, I wanted to be a world champion. I followed Sugar Ray Leonard, Muhammad Ali; those were my idols growing up, and that was my goal. And when success was coming to me early, it almost kind of took me by surprise. I almost was a little shocked because even though I was expecting success, I was still kind of surprised about how it came about. But during all that, it taught me, and it prepared me to be a professional. Because at that time, I was an amateur boxer. As a professional boxer, my role was not smooth. Even though my ring name was smooth, my road to success wasn't smooth. And so I went through a lot of hard times, but through it all, I was able to be number one in the world in 2000 and also 2007. Got a chance to travel the world and fight for world titles, and did pretty well in the boxing world.
Well, that's cool, man. That's cool. And he was a southpaw. He is a southpaw by chance. Just so you guys know. So today, man, is Talk Tuesday, and we're talking about financial planning for the Black community or just anybody in general.
Right.
But we like to focus on our people. This is what our channel is, San Joaquin Black Biz, and financial planning is such a important thing, yet it's so foreign to many people in our community. How did you get into this business?
Well, first of all, when I was in boxing, even though I made a lot of money in boxing, the people that were handling my finances, they didn't really look out for me at the best, for my best. So the one thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to make sure that people in our community was able to get represented correctly, because I didn't want other people to be taken advantage of the way I was taken advantage of in that realm. So kind of fell into financial services and realized that there was really not a lot of people out there that looked like us in the community services people really have our best interests. And financial education is not something that they teach in school. They don't teach about these types of things. And it is so important for families to be stable. And that's my key thing right there, is helping people to have stable families.
That's good. So as a financial advisor, what do you do for a family to help them achieve this goal?
Well, first thing that I do is I teach people about the basics and about finances. You know, how money grows. You know, how money is taxed, and there's also certain rules about money that people, the basic rules about money that everybody should know. How important it is to not be in debt. How important debt is. And understanding, of course, taxes. And it's so important also too is to prepare for emergency. There's so many people out there that their emergency fund is their credit card or their 401k, and when they utilize those vehicles or those items, they get taxed and penalized heavily when they shouldn't. They don't have to. They can have other means how they could be able to save, and how important it is to save and have that necessary for them.
That's a very good point. You know, especially people in our community or just people in the low income areas, even working class people. A lot of those people don't even understand the concept of an emergency fund or rainy day fund. Their idea is actually going to a check cashing and utilizing a predatory loan service that's going to charge you 300% on your loan, but that's normal to them.
Right.
You know, educating them on ways to save money, put money away, plan ahead. That's a beautiful thing, and I'm glad that you're out here teaching that to anybody, to all of our people. You know, what do you have any kind of specific products, any kind of specific things that you like? I know everybody's different. Are there certain things that certain families should know of that they can come and talk to you about?
Well, I cover a variety of different things, and when it comes to financial planning, there's no one size fits all. Everybody, deserves this. The first thing I do is I evaluate a person's situation, find out where they're at, find out where they want to be, and then I utilize different vehicles to help them to get them there. Of course, I help people with life insurance and investment vehicles, 401ks, Roth IRAs, annuities, pension plans, things of that nature. Anything dealing with money, I pretty much can handle as far as on a financial aspect. But the key thing is just having a plan, and just having the information. There's a lot of information that people should know, but they just don't know. Wills, trust, it's so important because there's things that people are just not able to get the information on.
Well, you touched base on a couple of good things real quick before we begin to wrap it up, is life insurance and trust. Those are real key things that many of our people don't know about trust, and they don't want to talk about life insurance.
Right.
Life insurance is not just for burial, it's also for leaving money to your kids and the next generation and help building generational wealth. Isn't that right?
Absolutely. And not only that, there's a lot of living benefits to life insurance. Most people when they think about life insurance, they think about, when I die, it's just a bill, or when I die. But what a lot of people don't realize is that life insurance is one of the greatest, one of the secrets of saving, and having a lot of living benefits associated with that, like long-term care and a lot of other different things too. So it's just about being educated and informed, because that's one of the key things is being able to just understand what's going on out there.
Absolutely. And you also mentioned trust. Trusts are huge, and it's a huge vehicle, from my understanding, a huge avenue to safeguard, your assets and protect from, going into probate. If your grandmother has a house and there's no will or trust, when it goes into probate, government's getting their hands in that pocket. Is that not true?
That's true. And see, another thing too is that trust, it avoids probate. It's so important. Most people think that you have to be wealthy to have a will or a trust. You don't have to be wealthy. You really need to understand the laws of the land. And having a trust, it avoids probate, it avoids a lot of family fighting over things. Whatever your wishes are, the trust is one of the most secure vehicles that you can place your resources in.
Hey, well, man, that's great, man. I appreciate you taking the time to give us some basics on financial planning.
Yes.
I know if you guys want to learn more, you got to come talk to this brother. Why don't you give him your contact information real quick?
Yes, Rodney Jones. My cell phone number is 209-271-6358. And email address is rsjon, like N like Nancy, Z like Zebra, 2004 @gmail.com. You can reach me those particular ways, and I'll be able to help you out.
Hey, that's great. That's great. So, man, once again, this is Anthony Grigsby, World Events Insurance, worldeventsga.com. Follow us on San Joaquin Black Biz. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. See what videos we have coming out in the future. Hey, more power to you, brother. I appreciate you coming out. Hey, Shop Black Stockton. We'll see you next time.
All right, thank you, man.
Appreciate it, man. Hey.